Hello, it's Alex, the Boob Anus. That's right, I'm not the Bookubus today. The Boob Anus is back because it is GarbAugust and, well, it's coming up soon. If you aren't already familiar with GarbAugust, it is an annual celebration of all things trash, which can be interpreted as you wish, but we do generally use the term in a somewhat loving way. And this is an event that was created by the wonderful Olly. I will leave his channel linked below. Please do go check out his announcement video because it has all of the details and all of the information for the bingo boards and the weekly prompts, etc., which you can join in with if you like. If not, the goal is really just to read trash, so go for it. I will also leave all of the other co-hosts linked below. Really too many to mention at this point, but they're all linked below. Please do go check them out. There's a bunch of amazing people involved in this event, and yeah, please go check out their videos and their channels. Subscribe to them if you aren't already. I haven't really stuck to the specific prompts or bingo board, but I'm pretty sure some of these will fit in anyway, so I think I'm good to go. I've picked 8 books. Might be a little ambitious for the month, but I'll give it a shot. And hopefully I can get to most of them, if not all of them. So I have 3 vintage horror novels, I have 4 vintage YA novels, and I have 1 celebrity autobiography. So yeah, I'm excited for all of these. Let's start off with the autobiography. It is Tracy Lord's Underneath It All, which was released in 2003, so it's already vintage as well. I didn't realise it was quite that old. But anyway, Tracy Lords, as you probably know, is a very famous or infamous adult film star, but she did transition into mainstream movies as well, like Crybaby is probably one of her most famous, and I know she also had a small role in Blade, which was amazing. Those are the kinds of films that I've seen her in. I have not seen any of her adult work, but she just seems like she's had a pretty interesting life and career. I really don't know much about her though, personally, and I stumbled upon this a while ago and thought that could be interesting for GarbAugust, so I'll give this one a go. Next up, I have some vintage horror, because of course I do, and I have not 1, not 2, but 3 creepy doll books that I'm excited to read. So first up we have The Doll by Josh Webster. She loved her new dolly to death. We also have Baby Doll by Marilyn Knight. She was beautiful, fragile and poisonously evil. And then last up we have Althea by Abigail McDaniels. You've taken possession of her house. Now she'll take possession of you. Amazing, really. Abigail McDaniels is a pen name for Dan and Linda Trent. These are all zebra horror novels as well, or zebra. So yeah, I think I'm going to be in for a really good time with these. I really don't know what else to say about them. I'm not even going to bother going into the synopsis for each of these books. They're creepy doll books. That's really all you need to know, I think, going into them. But yeah, I've had these for a while and I've been meaning to get to them, and then I had the bright idea of A, why not read them all together, and B, GarbAugust would be the perfect time to do that. So yes, looking forward to those 3. Moving on to the vintage YA titles, I have a couple of horror thriller types and then a couple of other ones. So first up, I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan. I didn't choose this to tie in with the remake that is coming out right now. I'd actually forgotten about that. I just picked this anyway because it's a book I've been meaning to read for years, and I thought with it being summer and with it being GarbAugust, yeah, this would be a great time to finally do so. The new remake that just came out, I'm honestly not that interested in it. It doesn't look good at all. I will probably watch it whenever it comes to streaming, but yeah, I'm definitely not rushing to see that one. But the original film is a fun one, and I've enjoyed a few of Lois Duncan's other books. So yeah, looking forward to finally checking that one out. And this particular edition is the movie tie-in cover. So, you know, I feel like bonus GarbAugust points for that. This one, if you aren't already familiar with the story, is about a group of teenage friends who one summer something happens that they try to keep a secret, and then the following summer it seems like someone has found out about that secret and is out for revenge. So yeah, this person knows what they did last summer, guys. And then I also have a book from the Danger.com series, which I found in a thrift store recently. This originally came out in 1998, so yeah, really at the dawn of the internet being in people's homes. This one is number 7, Most Wanted, by Jordan Cray. And yeah, I've seen these books, but I'd never read any of them, and I've never heard anyone else talk about them specifically. So we'll give this one a go. And of course, this has a great cover with some step back art. Oh, look at that computer set up there. Amazing. You've connected. This is about a teenage boy who finds out that he's adopted and goes in search of his birth parents. And it says, the place to start, the net. But the net should come with a warning. Be careful what you wish for. It might come true. So, dun dun dun, that one sounds like an interesting one. Next up, moving on to something a little different. I found this book, another Dawn of the Internet Age at Cafe series, which I found again in a thrift store recently, a different thrift store to the other one. But this one is number 3 in the series. It's called Make Mine to Go by Elizabeth Craft. And the tagline is, warning, contents extremely hot. So I guess this is about, a group of people, young hip people, I'm sure, who work at a coffee shop in the late 90s, and I don't know, romance happens, I guess. So yeah, not my typical fare, but I do like reading this kind of thing every once in a while, just, you know, just for a bit of a change of pace, and they're usually kind of fun. And the late 90s era is going to be very nostalgic. And last up for the books, I do have a couple of things that I'm going to be watching to talk about after this. But this is Freshman Dorm, which is book 1 in the Freshman Dorm series by Linda A. Cooney, which is a pen name for Linda Alper and Kevin Cooney. So the first book came out in 1990, and then there were a bunch of other books in the series that came out throughout the 90s. And I had read one of these, I think it was book 3, either GarbAugust last year or the year before maybe, because I'd found a couple of random books in the series at a library book sale and figured, yeah, that'd be perfect for GarbAugust. Anyway, I recently randomly decided to look up the other books online, and I found like a job lot on eBay. And I just had a bit of a mad moment and decided to buy it. I'm not really sure why, but I don't know. I think it's quite the time to be alive right now, and I think I needed something nice happening, and I decided to buy myself some books. I think that's really what was going on there. Anyway, so now I have a huge stack of Freshman Dorm books, and when I was looking through them all, I noticed that one of them said on the cover, something like, now a new hit TV series. And I was like, excuse me? So I looked that up online, and yes, there was a short-lived TV series based on the Freshman Dorm book series. There were only 5 episodes made, apparently, but they are on YouTube, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. But yeah, interestingly enough, the series starred Robin Lively of Teen Witch fame, Casper Van Dien of Starship Troopers fame, and Matthew Fox of Lost fame. And then after finding that out, I was still going through the stack of books that I'd got, and I came across this one, number 12, Freshman Rivals. And who do you think that is? I'm pretty sure that is Matthew Fox, right? An early 90s Matthew Fox. So anyway, that was quite the rabbit hole that I went into, and I haven't even talked about what this book series is about. You could probably guess from the title. It's about a group of female friends who go to college. They're freshmen in college, they live in a dorm, and yeah, the book that I did read a year or two ago, even though it was the third in the series, I could, you know, pick up what was going on, but I think this time around, since I have book one, obviously I will start there. But yeah, it is somewhat romance based, but it's not full-on romance. It is more just about the general trials and tribulations of these girls and their friendships and their studies, plus some romance. So yeah, the book that I did read, you know, was pretty fun, and I just love these covers. I just love the collage style of these covers. They're really cool. Yeah, these are just a couple of examples. But anyway, gonna give that one a go. It should be a fun time. And then I will watch the TV show, the 5 whole episodes of the TV show. And then speaking of TV shows, the only other thing that I had specifically got on my watch list for the month is the TV adaptation of the book Rivals by Jilly Cooper, and the book is actually one of the group reads for GarbAugust, so you can join in with that if you wish. I'm not going to get to the book, but I was already aware of the TV show and had been meaning to give it a try. So again, GarbAugust is going to be the perfect time to actually check that out. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks really fun, and it's got Danny Dyer in it, and I actually love him. So I think it's going to be a good time. I'm sure I will get to some trashy films as well. I just didn't have any specifically picked out at this point. But I always have plenty of trashy films on my regular watch list anyway, so I'm sure I will check off a few throughout the month. So I think that's it for now. That is my TBR and a bit of a watch list for GarbAugust. Very excited for this. I think it's going to be a really fun time. Thank you again to Olly for putting all of this together and bringing everyone together through our love of trash. Are you joining in with GarbAugust? If so, I would love to hear about what you're looking forward to reading and or watching. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!